That's why he's doing me!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners then make a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking into the braking zones of Turn 1 and Turn 4. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the owner driver alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Stroll, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Ocon, Button, Joe, Sargent, De Vries, and Yuki Tsunoda. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into Turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Not an ideal placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race start. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you'll receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
I mean, it's all right, like...
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Perez, Russell, Norris, the owner driver, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Button, Magnussen, Albon, Joe, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, De Vries and Logan Sargent. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. DRS is unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix. Information on De Vries. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I mean, it's alright, like.
Why are you crying?
Welcome along then to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the very final corner. And just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And it's Fernando Alonso alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Bottas, Gasly, Sainz, Albon, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, Russell, Tsunoda, Sargent, Verstappen, Norris, the owner driver, Ocon, Button, Magnussen, Joe, and Nick De Vries. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once more by Anthony Davidson. The last few races have been a bit rough for them, unable to get a clean run. That's got to have some effect on their confidence, surely.
It's not an ideal situation by any means. When you get into a bad run like that, there's always a risk of frustration creeping in, which can cause more mistakes and locks you into this vicious cycle. Hopefully today they can get through turn 1 cleanly and stay calm for the rest of the race.
DRS enabled. Green flag. Apologies for that, but we couldn't risk his safety out there.
Another superb Sao Paulo Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
One kiss is all it takes.
Falling in love with me.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.